We said it, one of our keys of the game is just lean in. I think our identity, is coming of just defending and rebounding, and it's something that you can have days where we poorly executed, we turn it over, we didn't make a three today. You can always defend and rebound, and we're doing that. We're trying our best to keep that ball out of the paint. And contesting around the perimeter, holding teams to one shot. And there was times that we did. Other times we didn't. Brown got into the paint on us a little bit at times. We had a couple wrong helps, but I thought Asianae took a couple of huge charges. And it was enough. It was enough tonight, and I want the girls to feel good about this win. I can sit there, it is ugly, whatever. It's a win, and we defended. They shot 21% from the floor. We didn't make a three, and we still came away with a victory. So, just happy for the kids tonight.
You scored, focusing on the non-ugly part, you guys scored 27 over the last 14 minutes of the game. What started to click offensively? It seemed like you were running a lot of through Asianae and Tianna.
Yeah, that was what it was. We did just run stuff at them. I think Siena got a little tired, so we able to get some more things, kind of in an open floor against a non-set defense. T, I think I heard you guys say that to her. I thought T just made a lot of plays. I was just thinking it wasn't like T was just. She's kind of shifty. She gets in the lane, and like she said, I think she thought she found some openings. Tonight was a lot. I'm not happy about it as far as our execution goes. I don't think we got a lot of things through the offense. I think it was a lot of one-on-one plays, and against the top teams in the A10, that's not going to work for you. But tonight it did.
Jesse, last year it seemed like there was a lot of games where it was close or it was a battle, and you guys just couldn't finish or come out on top. And through a 2-game sample size this year, I know it's the beginning of the season, but it's been 2 close games. You guys have finished strong, making free throws, getting tough buckets at the end. What does that say about your team right now that they're showing that they can finish these close games early on?
Yeah, I said it a couple nights ago. I just think we just kind of keep coming. We don't get too high and low, not freaking out on the bench. It's just keep coming, keep defending. And I think we get more stops. I just felt like there was a lot of times last season and in my tenure where we can't get a stop when we need it late. And, I think we strung together 4 or 5 stops a couple different times, both 2 nights ago and tonight. And that's just something that'll give you a lot more confidence offensively when, it's a late game and we know, that we've got 5 good defenders out there that can all guard the ball and all rebound.
Yeah, and speaking to the kind of ugly aspect of the game, you guys had 22 turnovers. And you were able to pull out the win, but what needs to change going forward so that things are cleaned up and those mistakes don't happen?
Yeah, our execution was terrible, and that's on me with our just where we are offensively. Teams are really denying us at the top of the key where we like to run our offense through. I got to get us countering a little bit more there, but they were pressuring us. They were jumping out on ball screens, and when we broke it, when we got past the hedge and of the ball screen and turned the corner, it really presented some things. But their initial pressure affected us too much. They didn't want us to reverse the ball. It's a little bit how LaSalle plays. And that affected that led us to just, all right, well, I can't get the ball swung around, so I'm going to go into one-on-one. And that's the 0 for 13, the 3. It's not our shooters. They didn't get good enough looks, and that was because we couldn't get the ball side to side. We couldn't get screened. We made some mental errors as far as, hey, which side we should be running our offense to and things like that. And that's just I got to drill it and drill it and drill it. We got to keep pressuring them and keep getting them better there.
I have a question.
Yeah.
The first 11 minutes, I think you played 12 girls. What do you think about the depth you have and the ability to trust the girls because it was close throughout the entire time?
Yeah, I like our bench. I do. We didn't score a lot off the bench, but you can go through. Claire Cody, our walk-on, came in and battled there for a couple minutes, and Beyonce Carter is a player we really like. She's has been battling some injury stuff. And so she's kind of getting back up to the speed, but she came in there. It was good to get some people coming in. Mackenzie Smith's working her way back, and playing. So I like our bench. We do got to get more out of them, but we like all of our players on our bench, and like Nikki coming in 2 nights ago, and so it's nice to have that depth, and we're gonna need it, because the season's a roller coaster. Yep. Yeah.
I don't have the exact time, but there was a moment in the third quarter. Asianae took a charge and then went down to the other end, got fouled, hit 2 free throws. It was like a 4-point swing, I guess. I don't know if you remember that
Yep.
specifically, but it felt like that was kind of
It's
where
huge.
the tide started to turn. If you do remember that, could you speak on that?
Yeah, you know, I mean, and we were just having some issues. Like that charge should have been there, and I think A took two of them, and I think she was the only one that did. And you know, we did defensively get a little one-on-one mentality, and she finally, you know, she's a senior, and that's where that, you know, on that drive, that's where that help should come from, you know, and she recognized it, and that was huge. That's the difference between, you know, her getting Brown getting an and one and getting a charge, and then us going down. And that's a 4, 5, 6 point swing, and that was absolutely huge. And for us, our whole thing is to keep the ball out of the paint, and you know, A's leaving her guy open to do that, right? And has to trust her teammates behind her that you know, they're going to do their job and everything. And I thought that was a big time play by a senior.
Yeah, and speaking on that, you know, what does that say about one of your senior leaders who's willing to put her body on the line and take that charge? What kind of example does that set for the other players and the newer players to your team?
Yeah, with Asianae and Tori, I mean, they hear it from me the most, and they, you know, our whole thing is you know, like, we're gonna go as you guys go, and you guys have got to do all the dirty work. You know, like we actually, you know, I'll call A out. Like, I mean, we were going through the scouting report. We asked her a question. She didn't know it this morning. You know, and then we talked. I said, like, you have 14 sets of eyes on you. You know, and you've got to know that. You know, like that you have to set the example and everything. And that's so hard. And so I love to just see her take that kind of stuff and realize, yeah, I've got to set the example. I've got to take the charge right now. And she did, because if she can do it, then, you know, like, everybody else on the team is you know, going to go and sacrifice their body. Awesome. Thank you, guys. Appreciate it. Thank you.
When we went into the locker room, we all talked about what we could do better, and we thought we could just get to the rim more, and we knew we needed to pick it up. Our energy was kind of low, so that was really it.
Yeah, it was really just an energy game. I feel like as soon as we got to the third quarter, especially just like T said, as soon as we got out of the locker room, it was just like we need to pick up our energy. Like, obviously, they only had one main player that was obviously, you know, like, getting to the rim, going through their offense. So we just really had to stop her and lock down on defense.
Guys, you guys didn't hit a three-point shot today, yet you still won. Do you guys remember playing in a game where your team won a game where you didn't make a three-pointer?
Honestly, no.
No, but I think it just says a lot about our team and how, like, we really lock in on defense and just listen to what our coaches have to say. And honestly, yeah.
Yeah, obviously, getting to the free throw line was very much crucial to us because obviously we didn't hit a three, but it was like I feel like we definitely made that up with getting to the free throw line.
And then you and Rochelle Brown kind of had like a nice matchup going throughout the entire game. How was that matchup like, and how do you think you played in the fourth quarter to kind of win that matchup a little bit?
It felt like high school, honestly. I played Rochelle in PSAL Championship Classic, so it was pretty cool. We hugged it out after the game. It was a little scruffle during, but it was really all love at the end of the day.
Tianna, this is only your second start with the bodies. You guys already seem to have a little bit of chemistry going. What between you two is really working so far?
I think we both, like, we hustle a lot. So I think that really goes to, like, our connection. And then through the whole summer, I came 2 weeks early, and we got a lot of work in with each other. So I think that's really it.
Yeah. Honestly, like, I tell T all the time, like, yo, like, let's go work out. Like, let's get some shots up in together. She just, even before the game, I was like 94 feet. She like, yeah, that might as well be my name now. I was like, yeah, she's just a prominent main character to our defense. Like, she really sets the tone for us. And obviously, being that second player for her teammate, whatever you want to call it, yeah, that's really it.
You're so sweet.
There was a stretch in the third quarter where it seemed like you were getting into the paint. You had a couple tough finishes at the basket. What were you seeing from the defense from that stretch and throughout the game?
Well, in the beginning of the game, my other teammates were getting there, and then I seen the lane open up for me more. So, and then just talking with my coaches, they thought that I could get downhill more. So that's just what I tried to come out and do after we talked about it at halftime, and it just came out. My teammates really, like, opened it up for me in the first half. So.
Yeah. And you had, I believe, 10 rebounds in this game. What was your mentality crashing the glass? Your team did have a rebounding advantage throughout the game. What was your mentality crashing the glass tonight?
Jesse just, you know, he's always honest about rebounding and crashing hard. And then it's just play for one another. So I know if like I get boards, then it's just for my team, and that's really been a big thing for us. Is just getting boards. So I just tried to go out today and really do that.